Today is October 3rd, and this is FSEN Daily. Specifically, this is GameTime 915 as we get ready for the games that kick off tonight here in the Borderland in both volleyball and football. So let's start with volleyball, right? Let's take a look at the BSR top 10 for this week and how they've been doing. So this is the top 10 here in the Borderland for volleyball. Eastlake continues to maintain the number one spot and continue their dominance here in the Borderland. I think this is like 6 or 7 weeks straight that they've been at the top of the polls. Now let's take a look at some of the matchups we have going on here in the Borderland, specifically the top 10. So let's start off at the top. Eastwood played Socorro early today. I think that was a 2:35 game. Eastwood wins 3-0, extending their record to 6-1 in district play and 29-6 on the season. Socorro falls to 0-7, 15-17 on the season with the loss. Games that are coming up, we've got number 1 Eastlake taking on Mountwood at 6:30 p.m. We've got Mountain View taking on number 3 Isleta, 6:35 p.m. Bel Air plays number 7 Del Valle, 6:35 p.m. Number 8 Americas plays El Dorado, 6:40 p.m. Jefferson plays number 6 Burgess, 6:40 p.m. Number 5 Franklin takes on Coronado at 6:40 p.m. And what I'm deeming as the game of the day, game of the week, is number 9 Chapin at 4-1, 22-7, takes on number 4 El Paso High, 5-0, 21-12 in their district. So that game is at 6:40. That is going to be a huge game, and it's going to make some big. It's going to let those teams know where they stand in the district. As with the win, and Chapin takes over a tie for first place, a loss, and they will be sitting at second place. And El Paso High will be holding firmly in their number 1 spot in the district. Now let's take a shift over to high school football, folks. We're going to take a look first at the BSR top 10 in high school football here in the Borderland before games kick off today. Oh, no, that's not it. Here we go. As you can see, Del Valle holds on to that number 1 spot for the 3rd straight week. And Franklin continue to be the top 2 teams here in the Borderland. Now, let's take a look at some of these games going on. There are 6 games amongst the top 10 teams here in the Borderland, and folks, it's going to be some good ones. Let's start with El Dorado and Americas. El Dorado 1-0, Americas 1-0 in the district. Game kicks off at 6:30 p.m. So El Dorado, number 5, is led by their vaulted running game, and it's led by running back Ryan Estrada. 80 carries, 1,164 yards, 14 touchdowns on the season. And QB Bryson Booth, 39 of 59, 887 passing yards, 12 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Then in rushing, he's got 18 carries, 178 yards, and 2 touchdowns. So we're looking for those 2 to carry this El Dorado team to the victory against Americas. It's going to be a close one. Definitely going to be a close game, but we're picking El Dorado to win that game. Next, we've got Horizon taking on number 6 Andrus at Andrus. Now, Andrus, with their balanced offensive attack, is led by quarterback Jamari Milton, 47 for 68, 597 yards, 8 touchdowns, 31 carries, 213 yards rushing, 4 touchdowns. But then the big man in the backfield is running back Carmelo Jones. Over the last couple of weeks, this young man has been putting up some numbers. 61 carries, 545 yards, 9 touchdowns. And then they still got star wideout Avant Clayton, 22 receptions, 331 yards, 6 touchdowns. That trio is going to lead Andrus to the victory, and we're predicting at least 3 touchdowns. 3-touchdown win, 3-touchdown victory for Andrus. Going away. I don't even think that game's going to be close. Now, some people are going to think we're crazy on this one. I think this is this is one of them games that could go either way right here. And it's number 1 Del Valle. Yeah, I'm talking about the number 1 team in the city going up against Chapin, who I think has underperformed. Chapin is 2-1 in the district. Del Valle is 3-0. That is going to be one heck of a game. This matchup, you got Del Valle comes into the game led by one of the top recruits in the country, quarterback Jake Fetty, committed to Arizona State. 87 of 138, 1,139 passing yards, 12 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. He's also rushed the ball 34 times for 267 yards and 5 touchdowns. And then he's got running back Dante Etson, who has 36 carries, 357 yards, and 6 touchdowns. We think that those two will ultimately take this Del Valle team to victory, but I think this game is going to be a lot closer than people think. But, hey, I could be proven wrong for sure, but we think that game is going to be a close game. Then what we're tabbing as the game of the day is number 10 Eastlake versus number 4 Eastwood. So Eastlake is led by do-it-all quarterback Julian Williams, 63 at 124, 1,190 yards, 13 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, rushing for 54 carries, 311 yards, 4 touchdowns. Then he's got a double-headed monster there in the running backs. He's got running back Zeke Herrera, 45 carries, 269 yards, 4 touchdowns, and running back Derek Holguin, 31 carries, 257 yards, 3 touchdowns. Plus, they still got their big play wideout, Junior Troutman, 19 receptions, 324 yards, and 4 touchdowns. But on the other side of the ball, they've got led by a trio there at Eastwood, and it starts with quarterback Kingston Jeffries, 59 for 114, 810 yards, 10 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. But then he rushes the ball for 39 carries, 287 yards, 2 touchdowns. But then he's got his big man in the backfield, running back Matthew Ramirez, 83 carries, 555 yards, 4 touchdowns. And then wide receiver Jude Walker, probably the most dynamic, electric player here in the Borderland once he gets his hands on the ball. 20 receptions, 347 yards, 5 touchdowns. We are picking Eastwood to win this game. Yep, I'm going with the higher seed. It's going to be a close one, but we're picking Eastwood to win this game for sure. Then we've got number 7, Pebble Hills, going up against Coronado. So Pebble Hills, offensively, the Spartans are led by the trio of quarterback Joe Fernandez, 40 for 71, 603 passing yards, 7 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. Rushed the ball 30 carries, 233 yards, 1 touchdown. But then they got running back Oscar Hernandez, 44 carries, 227 yards, 1 touchdown. And freshman wide receiver L.J. Bailey, 13 receptions, 257 yards, 6 touchdowns. We like this trio to lead Pebble Hills to the victory over Coronado. We're going to say 2 touchdowns. I think it's going to be a close game, but 2 touchdowns for sure. And then the game, Franklin versus Montwood. This could be an ugly game for Montwood in so many different ways. It's just talent level-wise, Franklin is just so much better. But Franklin comes into the game with that vaulted running game led by one of the country's best running backs, Ernie Powers. He's number 2 in rushing yards, number 1 in touchdowns. 150 carries, 1,572 yards, 27 touchdowns. We think this is going to be another 300-yard game for Ernie, we think, and at least 5 touchdowns, if not 7. I mean, he may replicate the numbers he put up last week to make him the BSR Player of the Week for Week 5. 25 carries, 388 yards, 7 touchdowns. We see a repeat performance, unfortunately. We think that Franklin, this is another 3-touchdown plus game victory. Franklin over Montwood to close it out and to seal the deal there. We've got basketball right around the corner. I don't think people realize that. Girls basketball tips off October 22nd. That's the first day of practice. The boys are a week later. Crazy. A lot going on here in the borderland, folks, and we will continue to do our part. We'll be definitely streaming out some high school basketball. We've got a TCAF state championship going on November 1st. If you are a business out there looking to advertise and reach an audience, reach out to us, 915-300-0481. Come be a part of the platform. Advertise with us. If you got a special event, Ken Sierra wedding, we got you. We can stream that to your family all over the world. So don't go without. Reach out to us. Same phone number. Hey, this has been Game Time 915 on the FSEN Daily, folks. As we do a quick drive through of what's going on today, continue to watch, continue to support. Thank you to you 60,000 who watched us in September. We want to make that number 80 this month. Peace out. God bless.